Our in-depth coverage of the first Democratic presidential debate in campaign 2016 continues now. The headlines pouring in today on former Rhode Island Governor Lincoln Chafee's performance last night. The Boston Globe called it Lincoln Chafee's no good, very bad night. And the Washington Post titled their article, How to Disappear Completely by Lincoln Chafee. Now, despite the poor showing, Chafee returned to CNN today to make it clear he has no plans to end his low polling campaign.
Here's what worries me, Governor, that, because of your distinguished career, you're going to wind up looking silly if you keep going on like this. At what point will you decide, you know what, there are other things for me to do instead of a futile effort to try to get the Democratic presidential nomination?
Well, there was certainly a lesson last night to appear there and only get 9 minutes out of 2 hours. And it reaffirmed what I thought when I got into the race, and that the establishment just does not want to hear an anti-war voice, and that motivates me even more to continue this campaign.
Rough criticism for Lincoln Chafee. Ted Nesi joining me now. Ted, is he going anywhere?
Clearly not. You hear him right there, Shannon. I mean, Lincoln Chafee, it's not like the debate really changed anything for Lincoln Chafee, right? It was always clear when he announced this surprising presidential campaign early in the year. He didn't have a clear path. He never was raising much money. He had limited support. I think the debate doesn't help him, certainly, but at the same time, if that didn't concern him before, I don't think he sees much reason to change what he's doing now.
Now, his anti-war stance, we just saw in this interview with Wolf Blitzer, saying that's driving him. Anything else you think driving him?
I think that is at the core of it, Shannon. He is still very proud of that vote against the Iraq War 12, 13 years ago now, and he wants to get his views on foreign policy out. He's very concerned about American involvement in the Middle East. He also had a governorship that didn't necessarily go as well as he hoped, and I think he has seen this as a chance to kind of redeem himself and get a new image out there. Of course, that's not necessarily happening based on what we saw in the debate last night.
And Lincoln Chafee in that debate referred to his father a number of times. His father, of course, had a very distinguished career here in Rhode Island. You've been talking to Chafee's former aides. What are they saying?
Well, a few of them want to speak publicly, particularly those who are loyal to the late U.S. Senator and former Governor John Chafee, Lincoln Chafee's father. But, I'd say they're dismayed. Some of them, they do like Lincoln Chafee personally. They don't think this is going well. They don't think it's doing much to burnish how people view Lincoln Chafee, and particularly those who are loyal to his father. I mean, the deep loyalty to John Chafee, even all these years after his passing back in 1999, you hear it from those folks, and I think they don't like seeing the Chafee name associated with the sort of jokes and mockery you saw even in those headlines you just mentioned, Shannon. But I think Lincoln Chafee, he's always gone his own way. He's still doing that now. He only has a handful of people even helping him with this presidential run, and clearly he's just what he said to Wolf Blitzer. He's going on and continuing on this path.
Yeah, it seems like that criticism might be bothering others, but it doesn't bother him.
He's always been that way. It just rolls off his back. He always seems to bounce back and sort of feel like he can keep going, and he thinks he's in the right. And if he's in the right, he's going to keep doing what he's doing.
All right, it'll be interesting to see what happens next. All right, WPRI.com reporter Ted Nesi, thank you so much. And our post-debate coverage continues online right now at WPRI.com. We've put together a full recap of the debate's best moments, plus you can check out our online poll and photo gallery.